You are listening to the Tough Decisions Network Tip of the Day.
Welcome to the Tough Decisions Daily Tip Podcast. This is Dennae. And again, today I want to share with you a time management technique, something that you can do to help yourself be more productive. Today I want to talk about using a timer to help yourself get more done. Sometimes we might view using a timer as maybe a little bit of a childish thing, or maybe it's something that a lower level person might need, but a timer can be a really effective tool in helping you get things done. Now, the way I use a timer is for, I would call them lower level tasks that have to be done, but can easily creep into and take up more time than I want them to. And so an example of this, an easy example, is replying to emails, right? So recently I was out of the office for several weeks, actually more like a couple of months. And when I came back, I had quite a number of emails that needed my attention. And I have a laptop, so I'd kept up with the urgent things, the things that had to be done. But there was, I don't want to say thousands because I didn't count them. I don't know, that may be a little much, but there were at least several hundred emails that just needed my attention, things that I needed to look at, maybe something that I needed to sign, something that I need to file on my computer, perhaps a question that I needed to reply to. And we're talking about several days worth of emails here, especially if you understand how email works. You get into your email inbox and you start replying and you're working through and you're deleting and you're filing. And then, half a dozen more emails pop up at the top. And it can be one of the most frustrating things ever to try to get your email inbox clean. So what I did was I knew I had this project and I knew that it was going to be something that I had to attend to, but there was also urgent things, coming in on a daily basis that had to be attended to. And then I have projects ongoing that I want to take care of. So the way I used a timer was for about a week, I set the timer at 2 different times during the day, basically right in the morning when I first went to the office. And then sometime, soon after lunch, I would take 30 minutes and I would attend to as many emails as I could in those 30 minutes. So what that looks like, I come into the office, I look at a few things, make sure there's nothing urgent right away that needs my attention. And then I set the timer on my desk for 30 minutes and I dive into those emails and I'm replying and I'm not doing anything else. I don't answer phone calls. I don't look at my phone for text messages. I don't look at social media. 30 minutes, I'm head down working on those emails. And then when the timer goes off, I take a deep breath and I'm done for now, right? So I would attend anything urgent, but I'm done with the email for that point in time. Then after lunch, I would do the same thing. 30 minutes, head down, no text messages, no phone calls, nothing. I just look at those old emails and I go through them. And you would be surprised. It took me probably about a week, maybe a little bit more of doing that to get through those emails, but it was such a relief to know that that wasn't something that was hanging over my schedule or hanging out in the back of my mind, because I knew I had a plan for getting them done and I had a way to, I had a strategy for doing that, and I used the timer to help me because there was no way I could take a full day or 2 days to get those emails cleaned out. It just wasn't going to happen because of the nature of my work. But having a strategy and using that timer was a big relief for me. It allowed me to focus for those 30 minutes. And then when that was done, it also allowed me to focus on the other things I needed to do without worrying about that little project, because I knew in time it would get done. So I challenge you to use a timer, especially if you have something like that. It's a big project that needs attention over time. Use a timer, put your head down and just attend very, very closely and focused in a very, very focused way on that for those 30 minutes, and then take a break and go to something else. There's nothing magic about the 30 minutes. I just feel like that's a good number for busy people because, again, you can't just drop everything typically and focus on one thing all day. You also want it to be enough time. 15 minutes is probably not really enough. 30 minutes, I feel like, is enough for you to really make some headway and feel good about that. But it's not so much so that you get bogged down and just get overtaken by it. So use a timer for those big projects that you need to work on little chunks at a time and help yourself get more done.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel on iTunes to listen in for more daily tips. Every day, we will be releasing a short 3 to 5 minute tip to help you make better decisions. Help us spread the word about the Tough Decisions podcast with your friends, and also take time right now to subscribe and leave a review on iTunes, Facebook, or your favorite platform. You've been listening to the Tough Decisions Show.